Welcome to day 45 of our BU 365 day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us. And today, being Valentine's Day, we are going to talk about the 5 ways, the 5 love languages. They are words, touch, time, service, and gifts. That's how I remember them. It's just the 5 words. Now, they are, of course, words of affirmation. Some people like to hear that you love them. So you say it and you tell them often, and you use words and songs and different ways of showing your love for people when words of affirmation are their preferred love style. Each one of us, apparently, according to Gary Chapman in 1992, this was first published, did a study of the way that different people feel loved. And we tend to have, and I would agree with this, we tend to have a style or a way that people behave toward us that makes us feel most loved. I would say mine is acts of service, actually, if I think about this, which we've got words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, spending time and energy with people, and devoted time and energy, paying attention to them, which is becoming more and more important these days for a lot of people with how busy we all are. Acts of service, meaning doing things or helping people with things that they're responsible for, etc. And then receiving of gifts. Some people, you give them gifts and they feel like if you give them big, expensive, nice gifts, or if you just give them flowers or little gifts, but by often giving them gifts, that's the way they feel the most love. Physical touch, hugs, kisses, etc. Quality time, attention, we talked about that. Acts of service, again, doing things for people that helps them with their responsibility. I would have loved it if when my kids were little, my ex-husband would have done more acts of service. Maybe that's where that came from, the acts of service, and that's so important to me. So again, the 5 love languages according to Gary Chapman, and you can pick up a copy of the book and read it. I read it several years ago and I haven't read it since, but I thought it was an interesting, quick read, and it's like any other way of categorizing people. If it helps you to understand yourself and other people better, then it's worth the time and energy absorbing the material. If it doesn't help you, then just pass on it. But to me, if I remember on a regular basis that the way I feel love and the way we feel love tends to be the way we give love to other people, and what often happens in relationships, there's a mismatch between how we want to love and be loved and how the person that we're with wants to be loved and be loved. My ex-husband and I had exact opposite love languages, love styles, and that's probably why we're not married anymore, or one of the many reasons. But it isn't essential that you have the same love language style. It's just essential that you understand that everybody doesn't love in the same way. Everybody doesn't feel loved and appreciated in the same way. So today, being Valentine's Day, pay attention. What love language does your significant other most respond to? And then you know, and it's a lot easier to make them feel good moving forward. And that's the thing about love, right? We think that we fall in love and we just, there's some magic thing that happens and we stay in love. But the truth is, love is a choice, just like anything else. We define love, what it means, what it looks like for ourselves, and we choose to share it with other people in the way that feels good to us. We have to make sure it feels good to them too. So pay attention today and realize that love, just like anything else, is a choice. We choose to love someone. Love is unconditional sometimes. Love for my children and my grandchildren is absolutely positively unconditional. I will love them no matter what, until the day I die or they die or whatever. And there's nothing they can do that would cause me to not love them. With other people, love is absolutely conditional. My ex-husband could do things that I didn't love him anymore. My friends and different people I've been in, and business partners, people I've been in relationships with, I loved them, and then they did something that was, to me, below the line, and we're no longer in a relationship. Also, people come in and out of our lives for a season, for a certain period of time. They don't stay forever. And that's because they're not supposed to. People come in and out of our lives to show us something or teach us something. And once they've done that, they move on to the rest of their lives. And it's an interesting way to look at it, but it makes me feel better to know that, the people that we were friends with in high school aren't our friends anymore. They were our friends in high school because they helped us get through that experience. But now we're on to different experiences and they're on to different experiences. And we don't necessarily need each other for that support anymore. we found other ways to get that support. So share in the comments below, which is your primary love language? Mine, again, I think acts of service is probably my preferred love language style. What's yours? Is it words of affirmation? Is it quality time and attention? Is it physical touch? Is it acts of service? Or is it receiving of gifts? That's it. Have an awesome day. Have a happy Valentine's Day. And I will be with you tomorrow for doing one thing every day that improves us, focusing on emotion for the month for this segment. Have an awesome day. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow.